What is going on, everybody? WeedleTwineedle here, and we are back again with another Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle, and this one's going to be against Jimmy, a very good friend of mine. Now, there's a bit of a backstory behind this battle, so I'll just say it now. Jimmy has not played competitive Pokemon in 5 to 6 years. He has last played competitive Pokemon in Generation 4, which is like Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Heart Gold, Soul Silver. So this is his first competitive battle in a very long time. So if you do see some of his players are questionable, you know why. But not only that, we are also playing in like a never used mindset. I want to say like that in quotation marks because there's no official NU tier release for Sun and Moon. But we're kind of just winging it like this shit seems like it'll be NU, so yeah. And not only that, there's another thing. We did not look at team previews, so the team preview in this battle is actually irrelevant because we did not look at each other's teams. So we have no idea what each other are bringing. So the only thing that I know at this point is that Jimmy has a Torterra, and all he knows is that I have a shiny Electro with the cringiest nickname you guys have probably seen in a while. Blue Balls, very original and, you know, just an original nickname and mature. But yeah, turn 1, I'm going to go for Hidden Power Ice as Jimmy actually anticipates that, brings in his Quagsire, revealing that he has a Quagsire on his team. And guys, I also know that you can check the enemy team on the bottom screen in Sun and Moon. We did not do that because we wanted to make it as close to Gen 4 as possible as we possibly could. So yeah, here's gonna go for Scald onto the Electrode and do a decent chunk of damage. Does not burn me, unfortunately. Or I guess fortunately, because you know, I don't want my Electrode to be burned, but I don't want to stay in to take an Earthquake here, so I'm going to switch out and bring in my Jam Bad here, expecting the Earthquake, as he's going to go for Scald again, hoping he actually burns me here, because Jimmy, he's notorious for running Toxic on like half of his team, because that's just the play style he's used to running, and I can't really blame him for using stuff that he's used to and he's comfortable using in one of his first competitive battles back. So he's going to bring in his Hypno here, because I did tell him that I am a special attacker. Jimmy does not know what any of the new Pokemon do, so freaking Drampa, Togedemaru, and Araquanid, he has no idea what these Pokemon do in my team, which I should have probably considered that before I made this team. I should have probably made it all Gen 4 and below like he did, but I didn't realize he was going to go all out and do Gen 4 and below. But anyway, yeah, he's going to Toxic my Jam Bad here, which is a little bit frustrating, so I'm going to go for the +1 Hyper Voice onto the Hypno just to gauge damage, as Hypno just eats that up because Hypno is a very nice Spadef wall in NU. Honestly, I have to get myself a Wish Hypno because it is an event move though, so I don't see it being very easy to obtain, but I'm sure someone will help me out in that regard. But yeah, he's going to go for Seismic Toss onto my Jam Bad, do 50 health, as I'm just going to go for Hyper Voice once again. No reason not to. I want to just weaken this Hypno to the point where I can just knock him out. It is a 3 KO, it looks like, which is pretty cool. Here, I mean, I am poisoned, and he does have Toxic on the Hypno, so I'm assuming he has Wish on this set. And just because he has Wish, I'm assuming he has Protect as well. So it was just a hunch, a little bit of a prediction. So I go for Roost here, expecting the Protect, as he does reveal Protect here. Very nicely done on my part, as I'm able to get most of my health back here. And I'm only going to take a little bit back from Poison. And yeah, at least this Hypno's pretty weakened, and Jam Bad's relatively healthy. So we're playing this Drampa pretty well. And yeah, I'm just going to go for Hyper Voice again, as Jimmy's going to realize that I'm going for the normal type move again, and he's going to bring in his Haunter, expecting the Hyper Voice. Well played on his behalf. I mean, it was pretty obvious, but like I said earlier, we do not know what we brought in this game, so I had no idea he had a Haunter on his team, so there's no way I could have known he was going to bring a Haunter on him, unless I like made the mad reads. But like I said, Jimmy has not played in 6 years, so I'm not expecting him to make the pro elite predictions, considering he's just getting his feet wet again when it comes to competitive Pokemon. So yeah, I'm going to get Willed by Poison here and get my Ogwev Berry. The reason I'm running Ogwev Berry on my Jam Bad is because Jam Bad, people, when Berserk gets procced, usually you get brought down to 1/4 HP. So I figured it'd be good for Ogwev Berry to activate there, since I'm going to be at 3/4 HP, and I can comfortably take another attack and get another Berserk boost. But that was just what I was thinking. I don't think it's the most efficient item on it, but it was a fun idea. And I figured it'd be better than Leftovers at the very least. So, gonna go for the Volt Switch here onto the Haunter, break its substitute, as now going to bring back in my Jam Bad here just to reset the poison. As now he's actually going to go for Sludge Bomb here and do a crap ton of damage, revealing that he actually is a Life Orb Haunter set. Must be like sub Life Orb with Pain Split, that's what I'm thinking. But I can't be too sure, it could be sub Disable. I actually have no idea what he could be running on this Haunter. All I know is he has sub Sludge Bomb, and he's going to knock me out with the Sludge Bomb here, that's fine. Gets a useless crit. That's like so typical, because Jimmy's the kind of person that gets useless crits on everything. even though, you know, getting a nice crit on the first legend would have been helpful, but unfortunately he got fucked. But here I'm going to bring in my Togedemaru, and I told him that I'm like, this thing is 1 point faster than your Haunter, you might want to switch out. But he's like, nah, you're just bluffing, and I'm like, yeah, you're right, but no, I actually outsped him. So yeah, we're able to knock that thing out. It's now in comes Pinsir. Gonna go for the close combat here and bring me down to my Sturdy. He did not realize I have Sturdy, and I guess I could have let him into that factor as well, as now I'm going to get my weakness policy as well, and now I'm just going to go for the Nuzzle just to slow down this Pinsir a little bit, because since he outsped me, that must mean he has Choice Scarf, and I don't want to give this thing a free Moxie boost, as I think he's running Moxie. I think Jimmy did play enough Gen 5 to know what some of the Gen 5 abilities do, but he kind of like played half of Black and White and played Gen 4, so he pretty much was mainly a Generation 4 battler, and I used to be really into Generation 4 back when it was like, you know, you could actually play it online, but now that is rest in peace, unless you do like some advanced Desmume shit, which I'm too lazy to do. But yeah, the Wood Hammer going to give that nice 1 chip damage that I'm going to need to bring in my Mightyana here, which obviously I probably didn't need, but I mean, I can say that I needed it and pretend that I'm smart, right? So yeah, I'm going to go for the Crunch here, Stab Crunch, knock him out with it, thankfully, and get the nice Moxie boost, as now he's going to bring in his Quagsire here, and I have no idea if he's unaware or not, but I'm still going to go for my Z move anyway. I don't know if Jimmy knows if unaware is probably better than Water Absorb, since he's been playing Generation 4, and in Generation 4 he ran Water Absorb or Damp on Quagsire because Explosion was broken. In Gen 4, so running Damp to prevent Explosion was actually viable. If you guys did play Generation 4, you guys should know how broken Explosion was back in the day, because it used to have your defense stat. It used to have your defense stat when you used Explosion, so it was like you had half your defense stat when the opponent used Explosion. So it was so much more powerful on things that it should not be powerful on, like Bronzong would like one-shot everything with Explosion because it's just how broken the move was. But yeah, play rough. We're going to be able to knock out the Quagsire after the Z move, thankfully. It actually does end up he is Water Absorb Quagsire, which I did tell him that Unaware is better, but like, I guess I can't blame him for running Water Absorb because like I said, he's just getting his feet wet again, so he doesn't really know what's good and what's not. And he's just using stuff he wants to use, and I can respect that completely because I do that every single battle, so the fact that someone else is doing that against me is pretty cool. And I do apologize if you hear some background sound, but unfortunately, someone just decided to fucking do dishes when I'm narrating. It's always the worst timing when I narrate. I don't know why. Like, I do it different every day, and it's just every time something always happens, which is a little unfortunate, but I can't do much about it. Gonna go for the Stab Crunch onto the Flareon, knock him out, as we're gonna get another Moxie boost, and now I'm going to take more poison damage here, get brought down to 3 HP, getting brought down pretty low here. Now, he's going to bring in this Hypno here, and I don't know how I knew he was going to go for Protect here, guys. It was just a hunch, just a random idea that, hey, I'm at 3 HP, he's probably going to go for Protect. So I bring in the Mr. Mime. I don't even know how I made that miraculous play. Don't ask me how I'm just such a god at this game. But yeah, now I'm going to go for Healing Wish onto the Hypno, and get it just suicide my Mr. Mime. They got 5 seconds of screen time, as the Hypno's going to go for its own wish, so we're just throwing wishes around. We're wishing for this battle to end. But yeah, this battle was actually like really fun, and we were having a blast while it was going on. But here, I'm going to go for the Healing Wish, get all of my health back with Mightyana, so pretty much all the toxic stalling he's done to it is irrelevant because I get all of my health back, and the poison is cured, and all he has left is this and the Pinsir, so unfortunately, Crunch is going to knock out the Hypno with ease. And yeah, Jimmy's last Pokemon is Scarf Pinsir, which got paralyzed by Togedemaru earlier on. So yeah, he's just going to bring in Pinsir here. And instead of knocking him out with the Mightyana, I do decide to reveal my last Pokemon because like I said, we do not know what our teams were, team preview. We did not look at team preview, so we have no idea what each other are bringing. I bring in a Rakman in here, Bubble Butt, take the X-Scissor with ease. I'm going to take the follow-up X-Scissor and knock out the Pinsir with a nice Stab Liquidation, or like Super Stab Liquidation because of Water Bubble. And we're going to be able to win the game against Jimmy with a 3-0 victory. Not too surprising considering Jimmy has not played in 6 years and he's using Pokemon from Gen 4 and below. So I obviously had a massive advantage in this battle. And it was kind of a given. Jimmy's like, I'm not expecting to win this battle, but maybe it'll be good enough to post. And in my opinion, it was. I mean, it's better than like half the players on my Discord. Whew. Sorry to put you guys on blast like that, but yeah, it was a fun battle, and hopefully I can get Jimmy back into competitive battling. He's also Rob Bob the Corn Cob on my Discord. He's the only admin besides me, in case you guys were wondering. He is Jimmy, and yeah, so it's cool. And I hope you guys did enjoy this battle. If you guys did enjoy the game, I really would appreciate if you hit the like button, as it's much appreciated, and the support means the world to me. And yeah, the question of the day is going to be, what is your favorite NFE Pokemon, not fully evolved, to use in competitive Pokemon? Now, my favorite not fully evolved has got to be Kadabra. Recently, anyway, because I had made a sub for it with Magic Guard and Counter because it is available with the red and blue transfer, because I think Counter is a TM move, or was it a move tutor? I think it was TM and red and blue, and you can just transfer that over, and since all red and blue Pokemon get their hidden ability because they didn't want to give Fisher Machamp no guard, I'm pretty sure that's the only reason why they did that, by the way. That's why, yeah, it has Counter with Magic Guard, which is really cool. That means it doesn't have to worry about hazards, and then I can just wreck some physical attacker. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this battle. I'll check you guys in my next video. Alright, peace.